it's Brittany, and no, I did not dye my hair black, if you're wondering. It is a wig because it goes really well with my story that I'm about to tell you guys. But if I didn't dye my hair blonde, this is what I would look like. Like, my hair is this dark, so it's kind of weird seeing the way natural Brittany would look, but blonde is the way I was supposed to be born, but unfortunately I was not. So, well, I had blonde hair when I was really young, and then it just started getting darker and darker and darker and darker when I was 7. So today's video, guys, I'm super excited because it's all about the real life Samara Morgan. Her name is Sadako, and you guys know me and Samara. You know, I am obsessed with the Ring movies. Rings wasn't really my favorite, but the first and second movie I freaking love. But this is my Samara Morgan wig, so I thought that I would wear it. It's what I wore for Halloween, but I just kind of smoothed it out more, trying to make it look more real, having it over to the side, even though it doesn't really look that real. But anyways, so Sadako is apparently, or supposedly, the real life Samara, and the Ring movies are based off of Sadako's story. So Sadako, she was actually psychic, and she lived in Japan in the early 1900s. Her psychic ability was she was able to project images and words onto film. When she was younger, she was very depressed. She didn't have any friends. She never hung out with anybody, and she always kept to herself, but she was very depressed. Sadako's mother was also psychic, and she would do experiments with a psychic researcher, and then long story short, it came out that she was a fraud, and she was so upset about that. Well, actually, she was accused of being a fraud, and that just upset her so much she couldn't take it anymore. So one day she decided to take her own life, and that is exactly what she did. Sadako was so upset about her mother's death. Her and her father lived on an island, and when she was growing up, she started developing these psychic powers. So one day, her dad took her to a doctor in Japan. Tokyo, Japan, to be exact. Sadako was then participating in a lot of experiments about her psychic abilities, how she could project words and images on film. So Sadako was then seeing this doctor on a regular basis. She was involved in a lot of these experiments where she could use her mind, because she's psychic, so she could use her mind to project words and images on film, and nobody knew how she was doing it. Like, nobody could explain how she was doing it. It was so creepy, but she could do it. And also, too, guys, this was the same doctor that Sadako's mother was seeing. She was doing these experiments with this doctor as well, so it's just kind of weird how the dad set up this whole thing with the doctor that accused his wife of being a fraud, which then left her to commit suicide, and then now he's sending his daughter to see the same doctor and conduct these same experiments. It's just, you know, I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird. So then this doctor, he wanted to publish a book about Sadako, but then Sadako was thinking to herself, you know, I don't trust this guy because he exposed my mother. Well, not really exposed, because she believed that she was psychic, and then she was being accused of not being psychic, and then she was devastated, so I guess she really was psychic, but she didn't want all these people thinking she wasn't psychic. So Sadako, she was like, no, I don't want this. It's just, no thank you. My mother, you know, she committed suicide over this thing. Like, I don't know what you have against me if you're gonna do anything. So she said no. She then told him that she was gonna leave and she would never return. After that, nobody knows what happened to Sadako. People started speculating that the doctor lured her out to, like, buy a hospital and strangled her and then threw her body into a well. So just like Samara with the mom throwing her into a well. He then sealed up the well with large rocks so she could be hidden forever. However, Sadako was not really dead. She woke up when she was in the well, terrified, not knowing where she was. She tried to escape many times by climbing up the well, but each time she would fall back down. Sadako was trapped down in that well for 7 days. I mean, obviously, right? It's just like the Ring. In her final moments of life and those 7 days when she was stuck in that well, she was so full of rage and anger, so much hate in her heart. With all of this rage and anger she had inside of her, mixed with her psychic abilities, mixed with her dying, created this huge curse that then projected all of these images onto this unmarked tape. So of course, you guys know, they say if you watch this tape that you will die in 7 days, just like in the movies. The only way to avoid this curse of this videotape is to make a copy of it and then give it to somebody else. So that is the real life Samara, known as Sadako. It's a creepy story, you know. Do I believe it's really based off of a true story? I mean, I don't believe in cursed videotapes. You know, I think it's a creepy story. I thought you guys would enjoy it since you guys know I love Samara and the Ring movies. And I know a lot of you guys love those movies as well. And I thought you would really dig my black hair. Just thought I was actually going to wear a white dress to go with it. I just thought, I don't know, because I do have my self-tanner on now. I just feel like I'm too dark and Samara is really pale. I just didn't want to put all that makeup on, but really I actually don't have any more of that white makeup. So I used it when I was Samara in my Halloween videos, so I didn't really buy anything else. So next Halloween maybe I will be Samara again, but I just thought you guys liked my black wig. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you rock my world in the song lyrics of Michael Jackson. Hashtag team Britty44, hashtag Barilla hey. Oh, my hair is in my face. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.